What up, big kids? Here's our big review of the Expendables 2 movie. Spoiler alert, there will be major spoilers, and joining me, my lovely girlfriend, BatgirlRaquel, who saw the movie with me last night. And yeah, so what did you think of the Expendables 2? And we got also Barney Ross here, which I will be reviewing.
Yeah, he looks badass. He looks badass, yeah.
Oh yeah, Ezra, go see the movie. Oh wait, she's dead. Anyway, she is, yeah. If you watch Rocky Balboa, yeah, she died. Anyway. We're not talking about Rocky Balboa, we're talking about the Expendables 2,
Yay.
which we agreed on in the non-spoiler review. If you just want to watch a non-spoiler review, it's on the other channel. But basically we said, yeah, it's better than the first one, definitely by far. Sylvester Stallone, he stars and co-wrote this, but he didn't direct and produce it like the last one. And you can definitely tell it was a lot easier for him to just act, not having to. He's been directing a lot of movies lately, at least the last feels like the last 5 movies he's been in, he's directed to, like Rocky Balboa, Rambo. He directed all those, but this one he just wrote, and he brought back all the guys, everyone from the first one that survived came, and then also Liam Hemsworth, who's the younger brother of Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor. He's also in Hunger Games. He played the younger one, the big sniper guy, and they also had Jean-Claude Van Damme as the villain. We have also freaking returning was Arnold Schwarzenegger as Trench and Bruce Willis as Church, and we got freaking Chuck Norris.
Yeah, high five. High five.
And
man,
he is the best looking 70-year-old ever. Or actually, I think he's like in his 80s, almost in his 80s.
He looks good.
I used to have a Total Gym. I swear, if I had a Total Gym, I'd look as good as Chuck Norris.
Right. I used to watch his show. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, that was a good show. My grandma loved that too.
Yeah, I remember that show.
I remember the 80s Chuck Norris cartoon and stuff. And I remember like him in Way of the Dragon, getting killed by Bruce Lee. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
Yep.
But he outlived Bruce Lee, so that shows how badass. Oh, except in that movie. But anyway, talking about the Expendables 2. So we agreed, like we were talking about this last night. After we saw the movie, the plot was a lot easier to follow than the first one. The first one we got, it was more of a mercenary, not missionary. That would be funny. They're missionaries. That would be hilarious. We'll just go around, helping people. Pew pew pew. Anyway, but yeah, like we got that. They're mercenaries, hired guns, but the whole plot with going back and saving that woman was kind of like what?
Yeah, that was stupid. It's like, let her die. Like, I didn't care if the woman was dead or not. Like, seriously, I was like, whatever. But they wanted to make that whole plot of saving a woman. It was kind of cheesy in a way to me.
Even cheesy for what that movie is supposed to be.
Really, and I was like, you got so many badass characters in that movie to make the plot about a woman. Come on now.
I know, right?
I will watch a romantic comedy if I want to see something about a woman going back and forth.
And he didn't even get to kiss the woman. The only guy that got a woman at the end was Jason Statham. He got what's her name, Christina Carpenter, from Buffy and Angel and stuff. She's hot, by the way. I like her.
Yeah, I would expect that from the Phantom, the movie The Phantom. Remember how they try to get the girl and. That's the type of but I expect that from a back in the day movie in the 90s, which that looks more it fits more into that genre. But now it's you want to see more. Who cares about saving a girl? Unless it's Spider-Man or Batman or typical. But Expendables, come on, they're badass saving a girl. Anyways, I love the movie. I think it's way better than the first one. I think the plots were better, the scenes were better. Yeah, the
action was top notch. What I liked about this one is that in the first one, which I was always not a fan of, CGI blood, I'm never a fan of it. I'm just, I grew up on 80s and 90s action movies, so they just have realistic practical blood, which looks better. But CGI blood just always, especially in the Expendables, looked really fake at times, and especially when Eric, what's his name, Roberts, who played one of the bad guys in the first one, when he gets stabbed, it looks really fake, to my opinion. But in this one, the CGI blood looked more realistic, and the action, was top notch from the beginning. It's just action. There's hardly any like where the first one had a bunch of slow parts with a bunch of talking, which, you know, you get that each movie has to have its slow parts, but there's a lot of movies that do it a lot better, like, you know, Dark Knight Rises and Avengers, when people are just talking, you enjoy it, you love. But this one, I did enjoy the talking part when the guys are just joking around and, like, you know, saying, like, you know, little puns and jokes and like whatever. It's hilarious. I like the cast a lot. I like a lot of the these actors and all the 80s, 90s you know, action stars that return, and also of course with the more modern ones like Jason Statham and Jet Li, which by the way, Jet Li wasn't in the movie as much as the last one.
He was just in the beginning. and then I guess he had to go with like, the guy that they were saving.
They saved like this guy who's like a Chinese Japanese or something, but I don't know if Jet Li, because of his schedule, he couldn't be in the movie as much.
No, because I'm a big Jet Li fan.
Me too.
I love Jet Li, and I love all the I liked all the kung fu and you know, and the martial arts. I'm big on that, and so like I mean, you saw that in like a few, especially no, you saw that in the beginning, but like. Towards, you know, with the other actors, you saw a little bit of that too. Especially Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude and Randy Couture. And,
right. You saw a little bit of that, and you know, it was cool. But I wanted to see Jet Li kick some ass.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love Jet Li.
But I think it was just a scheduling thing because he was only in the movie in the beginning. In fact, Chuck Norris, which he was pretty badass. People were cheering in. He was in the movie more than Jet Li, and it's great seeing Chuck Norris on screen. I haven't seen him in a movie in years, so it's really great to see him. And by the way, seeing Arnold, well, Bruce Willis is still guy. He's a little, Arnold, you can tell, is a little rusty. He hasn't been in a movie a long time. He wasn't in Expendables, but he didn't really do anything. He just talked for like 5 minutes and then
it was funny when he said when Bruce Willis and when they were like together. Like,
I'll be
back. Like, I'll be back. And then Bruce Willis was like, yeah, you'll always be back.
Yeah, it's like I'll be back, and it's like yippee ki yay. It's like it's so funny playing him. And then Bruce will Arnold's character says at one point when Chuck Norris says, it's like, who's coming next, Rambo? And then it's like it cracked me up. So there is a lot of, you know, lines going on, you know, like about their old, you know, action movies. Of course, I'll be back, and you know all that stuff, and yippee ki yay. But yeah, Arnold was cool. Like, he's definitely up there in age. I think he's looked kind of the same since Terminator 3. He's after Terminator 2, after the 90s, he really got that kind of face where he looks, you know, a little bit older. It's starting to show his age more, because in the 80s and 90s he looks pretty similar. Like if you look at Terminator and Terminator 2, he doesn't look that much different, but in Terminator 3 you can tell, it's definitely been another decade or so of age on him. But yeah, one quick thing I'll talk about, this is definitely a spoiler thing. Liam Hemsworth's character, Billy the kid or whatever, it just sucks. I didn't think they were going to kill him off like that. He gets killed off by Jean-Claude Van Damme's character. And that was kind of sad. I guess they had to kill someone, because none of the Expendables have died in either two movies, but they introduce him and he gets killed, and it sucks. He's the youngest one. He's the one that literally would most likely survive out of all these guys in their 60s, 50s, 40s, but yet like he dies. I think that's kind of funny. You know?
You know what's always funny, at the end of the Expendables, he said, I think Sylvester Stallone said something about like, the airplane needs to be in a museum, and then then Arnold's like, we need to be. Was it Arnold?
Yeah, Arnold said it's like,
okay, we need to be in the museum. It was so funny. It's like, true. He made that statement. Like, it's funny. True. Yeah.
But basically, in a nutshell, this movie is a homage to all the 80s action movies that came before it. You know, all the stuff we love, Rambo, you know, Terminator, you know, like Commando, all those 80s action movies. Like, seriously, they had every big 80s action star, minus Steven Seagal, and you know, now they had Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude. All the actors were great. You know, there was some cheesy dialogue, but that's how the 80s action movies were. So, like I said, if you love 80s action movies or even 90s action movies, you'll love this movie. It had tons of action. The story was a lot better. Like, even the dramatic moments were better. I thought that it had a lot more heart, and it was really good camaraderie with the cast. So, like I said, what would you final thoughts on the movie? What would you rate it out of 5?
Rate it out of 5?
Yeah.
I would rate it 5 out of 5 because I'm that kind of chick that likes like when you get a bunch of collaboration, when you get all people at once, like I even say this with musicians, like why don't a crossover between Janet Jackson and Madonna, because they're both two iconic pop idols, like or like Britney Spears and I don't know, somebody else maybe, not Christina Aguilera because she just but I don't know. Anyways, I'm just saying in general, like I like seeing all that collaboration, especially badasses collaborating at once. I mean, that's badass, and blown up crap and like explosives and muscles, and make me want to go to the gym. And I do work out, but it makes me want to like, because I'm a guy when it comes to working out. I like lifting weights, man. Like, you know, it made me want to go to the gym after that. So I would give it a 5 out of 5 because I'm an overall fun person. I like to see fun stuff happen and explosions. They're the Justice League of movie stars, I would say.
Really, if you go in knowing that this is a homage to 80s action stars and seeing these guys in their 60s, 70s doing what they do, you gotta love it. Like, if you go in knowing that, this is a 5 out of 5. If you're expecting like the Avengers, Dark Knight Rises, like a really thought-provoking movie, they're gonna be disappointed. But like those, if I was expecting that, then I'd give it like 4 out of, well, or even lower. But like I said, for what it is, it's a 5 out of 5 for what it's supposed to be. Just like a tribute to 80s action movies. It's even better than the first, way more action, way better plot, better villain, amazing. Like it's just so much fun, and definitely worth seeing in the theater. So yeah, I give it a 5 out of 5 also. And
wait, since you're giving a 5 out of 5, give me a 5 out of your 5.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, like yeah, definitely go see the Expendables 2, and we're definitely going to get this on Blu-ray. By the way, subscribe to Raquel at BatgirlRaquel YouTube, youtube.com/BatgirlRaquel, link is in the end bar. And if you like my Expendables t-shirt, you can get cool shirts like this at riptapparel.com. They have a new design every day, only $10. And yeah, and expect a review of my Hot Toys Barney Ross, and so go see it now, go see the Expendables 2, or rest in pieces, you know. So that kind of thing. So thank you guys. Subscribe to Raquel, and remember to celebrate your nerdom in a big way.
Go to BKBN.net. Go to BKBN.net. Go to BKBN.net. I tell you to go. Go now.
Go see now, or rest in pieces.